Hello everyone, welcome to Stoic Wisdom today. Here's a question no one dares to ask out loud. What if everything you thought about loyalty is a lie? Loyalty, it sounds noble, ancient, sacred. The soldier to his commander, the citizen to her country, the friend who stays, no matter what. We grow up believing loyalty is a virtue, that the loyal are brave, good and trustworthy, that to betray is to fail morally, and that loyalty should be given unconditionally. But what if that's not true? What if loyalty isn't virtue, but illusion? What if the people we think are loyal are just benefiting? And what if, when the benefit disappears, so does their devotion? Niccolò Machiavelli, the cold-eyed realist of the Renaissance, saw through the myth. In The Prince, he laid out a view of power, politics, and human nature that shattered illusions. To him, loyalty wasn't sacred, it was strategic. It lasted as long as it made sense. And when it no longer served, it vanished. In this video, we're going to challenge everything you think you know about loyalty. We'll explore why most loyalty is fake, what actually sustains it, and how to survive in a world where loyalty is used, not given. Let's begin. Part 1. Loyalty is an illusion. Loyalty feels powerful because it's emotional. But most loyalty isn't built on deep moral principle. It's built on perception and payoff. We like to believe people are loyal because they care. But Machiavelli saw something different. People are loyal only as long as it's convenient. He wrote, "Men are ungrateful, fickle, liars and deceivers. They shun danger and are greedy for gain." That sounds harsh, but is it wrong? Think back to moments when someone promised they'd stick with you, but when things got hard, they disappeared. Was it betrayal or simply calculation? Machiavelli believed loyalty is often a mask, a performance people wear when it serves them. When the benefits dry up, so does the act. This doesn't mean people are evil. It means they are human, and humans are driven by self-preservation. The illusion of loyalty is comforting, but that comfort blinds us to reality. And when betrayal comes, we act shocked, even though the signs were always there. To live clearly, you must see loyalty not as a gift, but as a temporary alignment of interests. Part 2. The Prince, where loyalty falls apart. Machiavelli didn't theorize in a vacuum. He lived through assassinations, betrayals, regime changes. In The Prince, he described how loyalty vanishes the moment power shifts. One day, a city cheers your name. The next day, they cheer your enemies. Why? Because your power protected them. When it falters, so does their affection. He wrote, "Men are quicker to forget the death of a father than the loss of their inheritance." Loyalty, he observed, doesn't hold up in crisis. People obey while the risk is low, while it's safe to do so. But when danger arrives, they recalculate. Is standing by you worth the cost? If not, they walk away. Or worse, turn on you. This doesn't only happen to princes. It happens in companies, friendships, families. People stay loyal to a leader, a friend, a cause, as long as it benefits them. But when it threatens them, they disappear. Machiavelli wasn't cynical. He was clear-eyed. Loyalty is not emotional, it's conditional. It is built on benefit, real or perceived. If you want loyalty, don't expect it. Design for it. Tabs. Part 3. Why we believe in loyalty. If loyalty is so fragile, why do we believe in it? Because we want it to be real. We crave certainty in a chaotic world. We want to believe someone somewhere will never abandon us. Loyalty gives us emotional security. It promises stability, belonging and safety. It tells us you're not alone. But Machiavelli would say that belief is comforting, but costly. We confuse the appearance of loyalty with its substance. We see people smile, promise, swear oaths, and we take that as truth. We confuse the performance of loyalty with its presence. The handshake, the anthem, the wedding vow, all beautiful, all symbolic. But when the world shifts, when money's tight, when power changes, when fear arrives, symbols crack, appearances fade. The Stoic would say, trust actions, not words. Track incentives, not emotions. To navigate the real world, you must replace idealism with realism. You can appreciate loyalty, but don't depend on it blindly. Believing in eternal loyalty sets you up for betrayal. Understanding its nature prepares you for survival. Part 4. Loyalty is a transaction. Here's the truth no one wants to admit. Loyalty is a deal. It's not a vow, not a moral law, not a sacred virtue. It's a calculation. People stay loyal when the benefits outweigh the costs, when being loyal is the smart thing to do, and when it's not, they leave. We see this in every domain. Employees leave when a better offer comes. Voters switch parties when promises are broken. Allies abandon leaders when danger increases. This is not betrayal, it's strategy. Machiavelli didn't blame people for this. He simply acknowledged it. He advised rulers to be feared more than loved. Not because love is weak, but because love fades. Fear lasts longer. Fear, law, shared benefit, these things create durable deals. Not affection. If you want someone to remain loyal, ask yourself, what's in it for them? What are the consequences if they don't? That's not cynical. That's clear thinking. Loyalty is a transaction. If the deal changes, the loyalty goes with it. Part 5. Loyalty and the power imbalance. Here's a harsh truth. The people who demand loyalty the loudest often return it the least. In politics, the powerful ask for sacrifice, but rarely sacrifice for others. In corporations, leaders preach family until the next layoff. Loyalty is often a tool of control, not a sign of shared virtue. Machiavelli saw this clearly. He understood that rulers want loyalty, but rarely offer it in return. Because when you're in power, you don't need to be loyal. You have leverage, you have options. It's the weak who cling to loyalty because they have no fallback, no alternatives, no leverage. Loyalty then is not always mutual. It's hierarchical, and those at the top often exploit it. The Stoic response? Don't resent this truth, understand it. If you're being asked for loyalty, ask, what are they offering in return? What happens when I need help? Don't assume loyalty is noble. Sometimes it's just power dressed in virtue. Part 6. What actually holds loyalty together? So if loyalty isn't built on emotion or virtue, what holds it together? Simple, aligned self-interest. Loyalty lasts when it's smarter to stay than to leave. When both sides benefit from the relationship. It's not magic, it's math. People stay loyal when they're rewarded, they're protected, they're recognized. They face consequences if they leave. Think of a contract, a law, a military code. These aren't about love, they're about accountability. Fear of legal action, loss of status, moral shame. These are the true anchors of loyalty. Even marriage vows work best when partners invest, mutually, regularly, with reciprocity. So if you want real loyalty, stop asking for blind faith. Create shared incentives. Make leaving harder than staying. The Stoic accepts that people are not saints. They are rational, self-preserving beings. And if you want strong bonds, build them on reason, not fantasy. Part 7. Engineering loyalty that lasts. Great leaders don't expect loyalty. They design it. They understand human nature, that people are not naturally loyal. They're loyal to what works for them. So what do? They build environments where loyalty is the easiest path. Incentives, clear expectations, mutual benefits, visible rewards, clear consequences. Think of elite teams. They don't bond just because of slogans or speeches. They bond through shared risk, shared reward, and clear mission. Loyalty grows where people feel valued, supported, aligned with something meaningful. Machiavelli would say, don't rely on good intentions, build systems that make betrayal expensive. Want loyal employees? Reward integrity, protect them, share credit. Want loyal friends? Be valuable, be honest. Respect boundaries. Want loyal citizens? Provide justice, stability, dignity. Loyalty isn't luck, it's architecture. And the best loyalty? It feels authentic because it's well designed. Part 8. Loyalty is not sacred, it's strategy. We've reached the final truth. Loyalty is not some divine virtue. It's a strategic alignment, a product of pressure, reward, and timing. That doesn't make it evil, it makes it real. The Stoics would agree, live with integrity, but don't expect others to be guided by virtue alone. Machiavelli would say, use wisdom, not illusion. So what should you do? See loyalty clearly. Stop expecting it blindly. Anticipate betrayal, not with bitterness, but with preparedness. Build relationships where loyalty makes sense, where staying is smarter than leaving. When loyalty breaks, don't act surprised. Ask what changed in the equation, then adapt. In the end, loyalty isn't about trusting blindly. It's about understanding deeply. It's about designing bonds that last, because they're built on truth, not illusion. If this video gave you a clearer way to see human nature, give it a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom today. We explore timeless ideas to help you live with clarity, strength, and strategic insight in a world full of noise.